So we're B-class heroes. We're here to fucking talk around about all kinds of bullshit. I'm Rob. I'm a mad scientist, and a bunch of other stupid things.
Okay.
We have Darian over here.
I'm Darian. I'm the old shit. I've been playing games since Nintendo was a thing. Yeah, that's right. They're still a thing.
Yeah, they're still relevant.
They have a tablet console now, so it's a little bit different. That dude that you hear playing, Jordan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Jordan. We're right here. Like, Nintendo fanboy right here. Also Sony. Play a lot of things. I don't discriminate.
Jordan right now is playing the recently soon-to-be copyrighted strike Mario vs. Rabbids.
Fun game. Don't let no one else tell you otherwise.
Yeah, if you like strategy RPGs, and I'm not getting paid by Nintendo to save this, you might actually like this game.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's very colorful, so all you potheads listening to our podcast, play this video game. Or
It's funny, the way I met Jordan, I was at work one day, and all the old ladies were talking about, like, sports involving balls.
oh, dude, cool, because I thought you were going to go somewhere else with the old ladies and Jordan, but continue on.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No. But I just made a snide reference comment about playing blitzball. The look on this man's face was a look of pure joy and rage at the same time.
Rage.
He was so happy and angry that reference was made.
Blitzball is fun until it's not fun.
Yeah. that was the beginning of something beautiful.
You guys just made it sound like you were in love. Okay.
Hey, gaming friends, just nerdy friends in general, are something else. Once you make that kind of connection with someone,
Now comes the
it's
horrible.
deep.
Now comes the horrible part of the conversation. Rob is going to tell you how he met me and who he met me through.
I met Darian through his now ex. We used to be friends, but weird things happened, and
She went nuts. Moving on. Okay, I'm not saying she went nuts. We're going to just drill on this for 1 second. She's just not the person she was anymore. Anyway.
it is what it is.
Yeah, and so then I lived actually 2.5 hours away from Rob, who, for the life of himself, couldn't get there before 3 hours. We don't really know why.
It depends on who's driving.
Okay. So I'm from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, although I've spent some time overseas in Japan and in Australia. So I'm the true nerd of the group, kind of. Also
The only one that can't fully be considered a weeb.
Yes, because I'm half Asian. Let's get it out there. There you guys go. I'm half Asian.
Now, Jordan and I are all...
I'm full black.
Jordan is a member of the central black community of Northern Ireland. And he does own his own shillelagh, so we've got that going for us right now.
I'm the whitest person in this group.
I'm not even denying that shit.
Hey, but I'm always up for getting down to anything. And Jordan and I, we're Northwest Ohio all the way right now, so it is what it is. We know what we're about.
And I'm Northeast Ohio, because Northwest Ohio might as well be a different
No, originally when I met Darian, he was one of those guys that used to call pop soda. But literally, the moment I brought him over from Eastern Ohio to Western Ohio, he just started calling it pop. I don't know what happened. Some sort of freaking world line shift, and suddenly he's calling it pop.
Okay, we started the Stein J references early.
Hey,
alright.
I'm saving that discussion for later.
Yeah, so that is true. I'll be probably doing my podcast over webcam eventually with these idiots because I probably won't be in the same part as them anymore. And Rob's gonna be a good new little college boy.
Yeah.
He's gonna find them ladies. So ladies, if you're listening right now, Rob is available. So is Jordan, but he's black, so he's got the smooth. He's got the 15 charisma points he's got to work with. So he's got a +4 bonus to his charisma modifier. He's all good.
great.
I've got a -5 to luck.
I don't even have a luck stat. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, at least yours is at 0. Mine's in a negative. I consume luck.
That is true.
This
This podcast brought to you by Austin Cheese Crack.
Here you go, hailing the distance.
Okay. They make a crunchy sound. Crunch. Alright.
Eventually we'll have some other guests here and then,
We'll-
depending on whether or not they're available or awake.
yes.
Let's not put out any names.
Yeah, we're not going to put out any names until they put out their own name, because
Okay.
otherwise
So, yeah.
they'll give a lot of speeches that come off as rules.
I'm Rob, and let's talk about some of my favorites. My favorite anime is Steins Gate 0. I played all the VNs for it, entire Science Adventure series. I'm really in love with it. Actually, as far as Steins Gate's concerned, it's the most scientifically accurate anime and VN. Like, as far as that all goes, yeah, it's entirely accurate. As far as I can tell.
Robert is not going to give a shout out to Funimation because they took 60 fucking years to release the goddamn movie.
I pre-ordered that shit so hardcore.
Oh my
It was
god.
only like $25. I do like the dub though. The dub's great.
Yeah. Shout out to J. Michael Tatum.
Yeah.
Sexy man right there.
I still have to
That
get
was
up
all
to
that was
date
good.
on some of the newer episodes. So for the dub, I've been watching most of the sub. But it's still great all around.
If you
Favorite
ever
video
played
game.
Mayuri, you have the most adorable voice I've ever fucking heard.
Favorite video games are very hard for me. It depends on which generation we're talking about. But
Robert, you're gonna have to go with Kern. We probably have like kids that are like 13 going, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. As Darian immediately alienates on 13-year-olds.
It's really hard because of a lot of different things. I can't say the game I played the most is my favorite game, because that was Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
It's okay, my sister played Tetris and she hates that game. Are you still thinking?
I'm still thinking.
Alright, we're gonna jump to the next person. Jordan, tell us something about yourself.
Alright. Besides me being a sexy black man,
Okay.
28 years old, my favorite anime in the whole entire goddamn planet. And it's the most hardest part in the whole entire damn planet to actually think about, because it's always crossed between Violet Evergarden, and Fooly Cooly.
Oh yeah.
Which, we're all watching that shit. I don't care. Even if we have to fucking talk in Discord about it, we're watching that shit, and we're gonna talk about it. New Fully Coolly next weekend. I
Alright.
hope we're all hyped for that.
Unfathomable amounts of hype.
Yes.
Favorite video game? That's like another hard discussion, because I
Just
played
maybe
so many of them.
Trails of Heroes.
I could literally cop out and say Trails in the Sky. I'm not going to say Code Steel.
Right.
I'll say Trails in the Sky 1 and 2, since I count them as their own game. 1, 2, and 3, the whole game. There you go.
So, my favorite anime is going to be one that people are going to look at and go, what the fuck, are you serious? My favorite anime is Clannad and Clannad After
They
Story.
like self-torture.
I like slice of life. You guys can all suck my dick.
Hey, that's my favorite genre.
There it is. Yep. Like slice of life anime a lot. My favorite video games is not so much a video games, but a series. It's Star. Just kidding, Robert. Actually, my favorite series is one that's also really weird. Fatal Frame is my favorite series, as long and Kingsfield.
Kingsfield, yeah. Kingsfield's always good.
Yeah, so those are my favorite series, and for all you DS Dark Souls players out there, remember where you fucking came from, because Demon Souls and Dark Souls would not exist without KF.
It's always really hard for me to really think about favorite games.
Shout out to DMod. Anyway.
Yeah, because I like PS1 generation, some of my top ones. Oddly enough, Xenogears is one of them. Like, I like overly convoluted stories, even if they're incomplete.
Speaking of which, I'm surprised Jordan never said anything about fucking Breath of Fire.
I like Breath of Fire.
Yeah, Breath of Fire is pretty good.
It's
It's
my
not my
favorite
top.
RPG.
Yeah, it's not my top, but it's good. Kingsfield 2 actually is in one of my higher classes for PS1.
Now, Kingsfield 2 America or Kingsfield 2 Japan?
America.
Okay, so not Melanat Verde.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And you still have to play 4, and you're a lazy little bitch, and you still haven't played 4 yet.
Well, sorry, my backlog is like 15,000 video games.
I know.
14,000 of those are PS2.
Join the party, son. Join the party.
Last game I played, other than Breath of Fire 4, was Kingdom Come Deliverance.
which I think me and Rob have very mixed feelings about.
It's hard to keep playing sometimes, just because the mechanics for the game are really good, but the draw of it is very niche.
I will say it is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. It is a pretty...
Excluding the character models.
Excluding the character models, the forests are some of the best I've seen in a video game. Oh, and of course, one more other series I should fucking mention here because I've been trying to get all these motherfuckers to play it. Witcher. Shout out to CDPR, you guys are fucking amazing.
Now, what about the first Witcher that had the weirdest combat system?
I don't even knock that one too much. Once you get what you like, each combat
I
system.
know, I liked it. It's just it was really weird.
It's too P and C for me, point and clicky, but I like it.
Infinitely better than Two Worlds. My God.
Me slobbing my sperm on an English muffin and eating it is better than fucking Two Worlds.
Wait, another thing we talk about is music. Obviously, with music, I like more alternative and thrash music, like thrash metal. Like some of my favorite bands are Tool, Perfect Circle, and I like some lesser known ones like Beyond Curation and Hate Eternal.
Alright, Jordan, give us some of your musical sexiness.
Well, me being the weeb I am, I'm not a weeb. But I really dig my Sakamoto. She's best girl.
If we're talking weeb, I'm not going to eat it all the way.
If we're talking weeb, I'm talking about Gardenella all the way. and Anna Sagia, but yeah.
I need to go to my Sakamoto concert one time in my life.
Yeah.
Just one time.
Oh, and Yumi Horii.
Yuri.
The voice actor for Mayuri and fucking Sengoku. God damn it. It's one of the most conflicting things for me is the fact that that's the same voice actor.
Also, huge fan of Durian Gray, Garugamesh. Yeah. I'm sorry you guys broke up. Please get back together.
What about that Gojira?
Oh dear God.
Whale noises intensify.
You know what a lead was?
Oh yeah, one of the first guided subjects we have to talk about.
Go.
The big three hyped games for this year.
One of them doesn't exist anymore because Square decided to cancel it for a little bit.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World, Dragon Ball Fighters, and Dissidia MT.
Alright, let's start out with the obvious black sheep of this fucking group of garbage. Dissidia, what the living fuck?
The gameplay was okay. Like, I had a little bit of fun first when I was first playing it.
No story mode.
But the story, no. That was a no-no for me.
Yep.
Hiding the story behind that kind of system, no.
At least it wasn't a loot
We need a
box.
real story, a real campaign, not everything just being one aspect of the game. That's what I like to call an incomplete game. Now, Dragon Ball Fighters had very high expectations of it. A lot of people had a very specific thing in mind for Fighters. Fighters, however, does not appeal to those kinds of people. It appeals to Dragon Ball fans who like simplistic fighting games.
First score to win.
However, that's not what Arc System usually does. They make fairly complex fighting games, like Guilty Gear XRD Rev 2. That's the kind of gameplay I personally was looking for, and I'm sure Jordan was looking for something remotely similar to that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
But, yeah, at first when Fighters first came out, everyone's like, oh, just mash square to win. And sometimes that's what happens, yeah, but if you're playing higher level people, that's not what's going to happen. They're going to read you, and they're going to kick your ass. Which, it's not a bad fighting game, it just doesn't live up to expectations. It didn't live up to its own hype. As far as I'm concerned, it's like in that range, like between 6.5 to 7 out of 10 as a fighting game. It's okay, but it's nothing super phenomenal. And another thing is, the story mode for it definitely is a hindrance to it. It's very small, very lackluster, and the main gimmick out of it is fan service. The gameplay for the game is fairly solid, though. I mean, that's always what Dragon Ball games really have been, at least the ones that sell, is servicing the fans to all the references they are in the game. Like, look at Budokai 3. That's the ultimate picture of fan service. And speaking of Dragon Ball games, because everyone moving back and forth between Fighters and Xenoverse 2, Xenoverse 2 is broken as of the latest update. You know, because now we're getting where they're basically swapping out textures, and you can have someone looking like Yamcha with the moveset Ultra Instinct Goku literally kicking everyone's ass. And that's completely fucked. That's why everyone's moving from Xenoverse 2 over to Fighters, because of the fact that Xenoverse 2 is just broken. Monster Hunter World, however, is not a disappointment in any way, shape, or form.
Even though Switch is probably going to have a better one.
We'll have to wait and see how it goes. PC is probably going to get the best release, especially the mod support and whatnot. But yeah, I really liked it. The events are actually really good. The only thing, personally, I am not as for in Monster Hunter World, and that's just because I'm not a Monster Hunter veteran 100%. It's very technical. You have to really know what you're fucking doing in order to get anywhere in that game. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of research. So it's something that you really have to get into. Another game that had a lot of hype at the beginning of the year that kind of slowed down and went in other places was Ni no Kuni 2. But that game really deserves its hype. It really does. Even though it got delayed as much as it did, it really deserves it. It's fresh, it's new, and its gameplay is really awesome. Like, it's borderline going back to like the old Suikoden vibe with a lot of shit.
Yeah, because you do have recruitment and
A lot of recruitment.
the action RPG system is amazing. The fighting is fun. The fucking anime characters.
Wait, the art style for Ni no Kuni
Oh my
2
God.
is amazing for an anime game. A lot of people actually have issues with like anime and cartoonish games because of how they do 3D models. But that game does it right.
Look like they're ripped right out of the fucking.
Especially the backgrounds. That's one aspect of a lot of anime games that they don't put a lot of work into sometimes.
Looking
is
at
the
you,
background.
compile heart.
And Ni no Kuni 2 nailed that shit.
Also, keep in mind that the first Ni no Kuni was done, the art style was done by people from Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
The second one wasn't actually done by Studio Ghibli, but actually the character, one of the character designers. I don't remember on top of my head. And I may be wrong, but yeah. So that's why its art style is still a Studio Ghibli vibe, as well as, and the composer is the same composer from the first game, and also does the Studio Ghibli stuff.
Another thing about Ni no Kuni 2, characters and story. It's amazing. This fucking Roy Mustang president looking ass.
Spoiler alert. You're playing the President of the United States of America.
That game is amazing. I love that shit. Let's take a little walk away from games for a little bit.
Hold on. Honorable mention for a game that just came out that I'm greatly enjoying. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire.
Oh yeah, Pillars of Eternity.
Obsidian, I give you so much shit all the time because you release broken piles of crap. Like, you know, when you release New Vegas.
Shut up. New
And-
Vegas was the
An alpha
best
fucking
3D.
protocol, but
And here's the thing, New Vegas was in development for like a year and a half.
yeah, but they still had to use fucking Bethesda's engine. Anyway,
Because they were forced to, under contract.
oh, fuck off. Anyway, you did an amazing job with this. I liked it way better so far than the Pillars of Eternity 1. You're bringing the asymmetric RPGs back for people like me that love Baldur's
But yeah,
Gate. Thank you very much.
CRPGs.
Yeah.
CRPGs. Let's take a little bit of a step back from games a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about anime.
Real quick before we go off topic, buy my mixtape. It doesn't exist. Please buy my mixtape. I thought I'd throw that out there because you know some people are throwing that out there. They got a mixtape. I got a mixtape. It's a Twix USB cord.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Remember, buddy.
Darian is not going to let me rest if I don't say this. Fate Apocrypha is shit.
Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of the Fate series.
I know this is from last year.
And
I get my
love me
handkerchief
Saber.
and rub my face off. Woo!
Dude, do you want to turn on the air?
No, as soon as you said Fate Apocrypha, shit.
Oh god.
Now,
Man,
Sieg. Why? Why?
everything about that ending seemed like they started writing the story as
I was okay with Ruler. I was okay with Saber this season. Sieg. Why?
and yet you didn't.
And the shit they did to Drek. The shit they did to
You
Drek.
didn't even mention Jean, dude. Jean Diab.
Ruler. Now, it would have been almost passable if those last 2 episodes didn't exist.
Yeah, congratulations, Fate Apocrypha. Minus those 2 episodes, you got a D minus.
I'm not gonna lie though, some of the music in it was good. I liked some of the music. The music was good, however, everything else, garbage. Absolutely garbage. No.
Yeah, by the way, it's almost as bad as Fate K Little Liner. Almost. almost as bad as that generic fan-servicing piece of garbage.
No, let's transfer
To
into
Emiya.
this year.
No, Robert. Don't you want to talk about Emiya's cooking show? Isn't that like just on your mind all the time?
It's on my mind.
Where's more actual fate?
Yeah.
Unlimited Blade Works movie when?
Yeah.
Heaven's Feel when?
Unlimited Blade Works already happened as a movie, and that's why they made the series. There's another pile of shit.
Heaven's Feel movies. Where are they at?
Oh, they're here. You want to know where they're at? I'll literally bust out an ad later showing where they're at. Because they already had one Japanese showing in Cleveland. Now they're about to have the dub showing in 2 places in Michigan and then 1 in
Yeah, we're gonna
Ohio.
buy tickets
But
for
it's
that.
like 2.5 hours away. I will
Yep.
show you that later.
We're
But
going
they're
to that.
here.
Yeah, we're going to
It's
that.
in June. We gotta look.
Alright, yeah, we can look at that. I can probably help us get to that shit.
Shout out to the city of Cleveland for having this movie.
Yeah, no, they had the Japanese dub.
Oh.
Dog.
It's the Japanese original.
George comes back. We'll get further into the animus.
Anyway, back to our original thing. Yes, Fate Apocrypha is garbage from every goddamn standpoint. It's like watching Star Wars the new episode for me. I was just like not impressed. And I know I'm gonna get some shit people going, oh, you don't like the new Star Wars films. No, I don't.
Ew.
If Squall was an introvert, what do you consider Kylo Ren, Jordan?
Not an introvert.
Oh boy.
Not an introvert. He is not none of those.
Okay.
A whiny neurotic bitch.
Okie doke. Now on to this year's animu.
Animu?
Starting off the list. Violet Evergarden is beautiful.
Yep, I still have to watch it.
It has a slow start. It literally follows the rule of the...
It's good pacing for you in a good anime. It's a slow start, but once it gets going, it's good.
First 3 episodes are slow. Think of more like an introduction. After those 3 episodes, it is a magical.
We gotta talk about a certain magical bride, don't we?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, that's
look out for episode 10 of Violet Evergarden. Look out for episode 10.
I don't see KyoAni gets a lot of shit because they do a lot of moe stuff.
Hey,
But
don't
here's
touch
the
my
thing:
Marie.
that stuff's not necessarily bad. It's just a lot of elitists out there that only like anime.
if they only like KyoAni, that's a problem.
Yeah. Oh boy, Darling in the Franxx.
Darling in the fucks.
Yeah,
why it's
the
3 X's,
Mindfucks and
guys.
Cockerates to absolute extremes. Yeah. There's a
But
lot
Jordan
of.
does appreciate Darling in the Franxx, don't you, Jordan?
It's
Even
a Marvel.
with its hilariousness.
It's a Marvel human animation and genuine thought.
I appreciate Darling in the Franxx the same way I appreciate Gundam Seed Destiny.
It definitely has. Like, I do feel like it was better initially, at least animation-wise, and I like the first opening better, but it's still overall good.
Is looking at the show times for fucking
Damn it.
the Heavens Feel.
There's E3 shit to attend to then. Damn it. Overlord 2 came. It was a little bit of a letdown. It's faithfully adapting what was there in the light novels, but it didn't have the same raw feel the first season. So it's okay. Supposedly there's gonna be a 3rd season coming. I don't know when, but it's just a rumor. So Darian, you want to talk about Citrus?
Why did you automatically look at me? Okay, so Citrus has gotten this weird rap on places like Funimation of having to be like this forced, Yuri, rapey kind of thing, and it's really not that at all. And they think it's kind of like Kiss X Sis vibe with incest, also not that at all. I liked Citrus. It wasn't my favorite Yuri of all time. That wasn't Muriga Materu-sama. Or for Robert, probably Sakura Trick would be his personal fucking favorite.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
But it was good. I'm not going to say anything too bad about it. I don't want to spoil anything else, because literally anything I say about this anime will spoil it. Because I can't say certain things about it without you looking at the previews and going, oh, that's what he meant. So I'm not really going to talk too much about it. Just go out and watch it. Watch it the whole way through. Don't stop at episode 4 because something fucked up happened. Just keep watching. It gets a little bit better. It's like, it's like the first time you smell that candle that your parents brought into the house for no reason. Like, this smells like shit. But then the candle starts growing on you. And you're like, wow, this candle's not so bad anymore. I could actually put this candle in my room and smell it all the time. That's how Citrus is. It's the smelly, shitty candle that turns into something amazing.
Great analogy.
Yes, thank you.
So, I actually wasn't initially going to get into this one because I thought, like, the MMO anime thing was getting a little overplayed.
If you start talking about Sword Art Online, I'm going to have to fuck cut off
No. Death March Parallel World Rhapsody. Basically, the concept here is there's this dude. He's working for a game company. He's working on all kinds of game projects, and he's doing a Death March. He's programming all these at the same time. He stays overnight, too many nights in a row, and so he basically ends up trapped in a culmination of all the games he's working on at the same time.
Like Alan Wake did.
Yeah, kinda.
Okay.
So it's like I actually like the idea. Like it's a very different.
This
take.
sounds like it would have happened to Monty Ohm if he was still with us.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right away, I'm gonna tell you guys, these two anime were overrated.
What the fuck, George? Never mind. I'm sorry.
Skill Teaser Takagi-san and Pop Team Epic.
Okay, so my excuse of Pop Team Epic, if you're under the age of 9, you will love this show. I'm kidding.
It's literally, memes. Memes.
The anime is a
memes,
meme
memes.
fucking paradise. Like, remember that whole thing we saw on the internet about somebody wanting to create a restaurant out of memes?
This is not to say there are not some references I didn't enjoy. Like the Chrono Trigger reference that was in episode 1 fucking made me die laughing.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Luminaire. Fuck yeah. Or the Berserk one. That was pretty cool, but for a show to survive entirely off of reference, no.
I don't know, Big
Get
Bang.
out of here with that
I know
shit.
Big Bang Theory's been doing it for fucking years.
Skill Teaser Takagi-san. Okay, girl with big forehead, teasing people, anime achieved. I don't see the appeal with girls with giant foreheads.
I honestly don't see the appeal of girls with giant anything, but that's nobody said a damn
can
word.
get-
I was waiting
we
for
can-
Jordan
we
to say
can-
fucking something.
There are things we can get into at a later date.
Yeah, stay tuned next week for Robert's hentai reviews. Anyway, go.
However, After the Rain actually is pretty good.
Yes, that's one of those I have to absolutely pick up and watch.
After the Rain is basically a story about a middle-aged man and a teenager falling in love.
As long as it's not My Love Story, again, we're fine.
Hey, that one's good.
No, it's not. My Little Monster is better than My Love Story.
Coming from Ori Monogatari, right?
Yeah, I am. And no, it's not. It's okay. It's passable. It's better than Fate Apocrypha. But is it better than the other stuff that came out that year? No. And I can go get you a list of shit that's better, that's love story-wise. And Robert, at least it isn't the... Dude, at least they're not going with the whole new Japanese trend of the ugliest motherfucker on the planet gets the girl. Hello, Excel World! Anyway.
Oh boy.
Okay, on to some moe. Rubbing hands together.
I miss Haruhi. Anyway, come on.
So, Eurocamp. An anime about camping.
I'm sorry, I just...
Not much more to say.
You said this, and I immediately just flashed back to Final Fantasy 15 when I saw the Coleman fucking placement.
If they made a camping anime of Final Fantasy 15, I would watch it.
So would I, actually.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah, there really isn't too much to say about Eurocamp. And it memed its way into popularity. That's how I feel. That in Moe Lolis are that's just how it is.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. However, A Place Further in the Universe is good. Very good.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a very great change of pace. And actually, if you're newer to anime, I really suggest it.
Oh.
It will teach you a lot of things all at once.
You know, teach you a lot about Antarctica, a lot of character development between the girls.
And achieving your dreams.
Oh yeah, without a
Does
doubt.
anybody want to talk about Konosuba Season 2?
Oh,
Because if you don't,
When-
I'm talking about Another World with my smartphone.
hey, when see-
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, what happened to Konosuba getting any awards during the anime awards?
We don't
Yeah,
talk
'cause
about
those
those.
mean shit. Dude, fucking-
Hey, let's give My Hero Academia 3/4 of them.
That's like giving My Chemical Romance the Best Album of the Year award. It makes no fucking difference.
Actually, if you're comparing that, Jethro Tull.
Okay.
The year Jethro Tull beat Megadeth out.
Yeah.
When Rust in Peace came out.
But I just want to just say one thing. I'm not hugely into harems unless they are part of the Slice of Life variety, and yes, there's a difference. I loved Another World with my smartphone most of the time because I couldn't stop laughing.
The best technical harem anime is Monogatari series.
Yeah.
Most underappreciated animes for me were Showa Rakugo no Shinju. That is a play all on its own. It deserves everything in the world. But don't worry, you know, Crunchyroll didn't watch it. Also, March Came In Like a Lion, underappreciated.
Oh, yes.
If we're going to
Oh, yeah.
talk about Crunchyroll not watching anime that should have been nominated on their awards, okay, let's go to best continuing anime.
That was... Hey, I'm so glad March Came In Like a Lion won that despite
I'm
the
glad
fact...
that one did, but there was an anime that should have been nominated.
Oh, Naruto Shippuden?
No.
No.
Owari Monogatari Season 2.
Yeah, I agree with that. That anime was fucking fierce as fuck. I love
That
that.
aired on fucking Crunchyroll, and they know it.
Monogatari, before
And it should have been nominated because fucking my anime list, it was number 1 on my anime list with the least amount of viewers.
Okay, let me just say something about Monogatari, which is the entire Gatari series. Robert is the one who got me into this fucking thing after a certain person in my life told me it was utter fan servicey shit, who couldn't have been more wrong in her entire life. It is one of my favorite top 10 animes because of everything they did in that fucking series. And Senju Gahara, Araragi, Hanakawa, Ome Mishino, I just fucked that up, Mimi Oshino, thanks for the dyslexia, God. And fucking, of course, Shinobu Kissshot Heart Underblade. Do you want to say her entire name, Rob?
Sure, on how Underblade.
Yes. These were amazing fucking characters to get to know. I actually felt like a lot of times during that series.
One of the highest rewatchable.
Yeah, and everything from Kizu to Ori Season 2 has been, for me at least, I'm very passionate about this anime like this motherfucker.
I can't wait for Zoku.
And it is probably one of my favorite animes of all time.
We had Kokoku happen. Basically, it's another time-relevant anime. Time stops and they have to try and make this bounty. It's weird and convoluted in a lot of ways, but not in good ways. It is what it is. Oh yeah, Shaft, speaking of Monogatari, they got their hands on Fate. There were good things, there were bad things.
Speaking of Shaft, Robert, have you heard anything from Makaku Season 2 yet? Makaku actors? I
No.
know they said they were going to do it.
Well, no, the best thing, I think, the 2 good things that came from Shaft handling Fate, Claudius, it updated Rin, then thighs, man, then straps.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question to Jordan and Robert. What was the most useless, overhyped anime that came out this year?
Overhyped?
No, Ray Zero doesn't count. Keep going.
That was like a year or 2 ago.
Yeah, but I'm talking about when we actually... Never mind, go on.
Overhyped. It's hard for me to really say.
Okay, let me ask another question. Jordan, what was a trash anime that came out this year?
Oh man, give me a moment on that. I gotta think about that.
No, a trash game that came out this fall.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of those.
Yeah.
Killing Bites.
Robert, what about what's
Promoter friends, but for aggressive furries.
What was that one you told me not to watch that was on Crunchyroll? King's Game?
Did I tell you that?
Yeah. Or did you like King's Game?
Oh, one recommendation that everyone missed out on back in 2016. 91 Days.
Yeah. Fucking
yeah.
epic goddamn anime.
Everyone missed out on that shit. Everyone. No one talked about it at all.
Just like Showa Roku, Rakugo, no shit.
Fuck those people. Anime are fucking great. You should all watch them immediately.
Yeah, 91 Days is how you do a mafia anime correctly.
And that opening was so great.
Yeah.
That got me hyped for every episode.
I'm waiting
And
for
also, one character in that show, one of the best characters, Cordio.
Yeah.
That man had some of the best character development.
I got it. Overhyped anime. Dragon Ball Super.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna piss off a lot of people with that. I
Yeah.
watched the whole entirety of it, but it was overhyped as hell.
Yeah, it
You
was...
couldn't go anywhere without seeing it.
Totally...
Hey, at least we don't live in Mexico.
Yeah.
Because in Mexico, they were advertising that shit on the side of buildings and publicly airing it.
Yep.
Here's the thing, I actually enjoyed a decent amount of Super, at least the newer arcs that weren't already in movies.
I mean, Robert, of course you did. What anime could you say that someone can block projectiles with their chest?
Jiren's a problem, okay?
Yeah.
Well, some new characters had good aspects, but when you're overexposed to those characters, bad aspects start coming out. You started seeing that kind of shit in the Goku Black arc, and especially when they started really going in with Jiren. Jiren was better when they weren't going in depth with him.
Yeah.
After they showed more and more of Jiren, he
lost his
yeah.
mysteriousness.
He lost his mysteriousness, and he seemed like a freaking stupid Superman Sasuke clone. Like that's. Like he was better at first, and then once he started throwing temper tantrums is when he stopped being effective.
I literally lost my entire power.
I have weird feelings about Nakashi Kashi too.
No, you don't.
Yes.
You love Nagashi Kashi.
I love it, but I have weird feelings because they changed studios.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Are you sure you moved my drink? I had on that shit. Yes, guys. By the way, Robert will tell you I like to lose things because
Yes, he always loses, right?
I always lose my drinks. but alright.
You'll find it.
When I don't need it, yeah.
Yeah, when you don't need it, you'll find it.
Another show I highly suggest is Tori no Shita. It's a nice martial arts anime that isn't. It's not quite as far as like DBZ level bullshit and getting ridiculous, but it's a good martial arts anime that really goes into roots of like even like Chinese martial arts and stuff. It's not like it's not a Japan anime, but I think it's not a Chinese one.
Yeah, get back to me on that. I want to say Chinese.
I actually like that one quite a bit. Let's talk more about games a little bit.
Fuck. I cannot wait to play this Mario Tennis online demo. Oh, I'm so excited for this.
Wait, while we're talking about games, let's talk about Battle Chef Brigade.
Fun ass game.
That game is amazing. Like, I'm so happy that a game like that ended up on the Switch.
If if the guy who created Toriko could have created a video game, it would have been that game.
Well, while we're on the game subjects and we're back on games, let's talk about the optimization fucking atrocity that Final Fantasy 15 is on PC.
Ooh, oh my god.
My god, the memory leak on that game is insane.
Did they fix that yet?
I haven't updated.
Like, I haven't seen an update for it.
Atrocious. I know they put it on PC to get mod support, but there hasn't been a lot of mod support.
Alright, this is my letter to Square Enix, okay? Dear Square, I appreciate what you've done for me today when Final Fantasy came out on console. I liked it. I played all the way through it and beat its ass. Except for one ridiculously stupid, annoying boss battle, which I refused to do. To get the Adamantoise.
I did it.
I don't give
Get good.
Fuck off. But may I suggest just one thing about your PC ports? Just between you and I. You're fucking it up! Stop fucking it up! Please, I am begging you, get another studio who's worked with PCs to fucking fix your shit. Because every single time you release something on PC, there is a shit ton wrong with it. You fucked up Chrono Trigger. I'm just gonna say that again. You fucked up Chrono Trigger. How do you fuck up a game that's on Super Nintendo? Seriously, how? How do you do that? You've had like 5 updates on a SNES port.
Oh my god.
What did you say?
While we're on the topic, okay. While we're on the topic of Final Fantasy 15, let me talk about Royal Edition. Royal Edition.
This cancerous DLC.
Okay.
Someone was hanging out with Konami that day.
I was one of the unlucky folk that pre-ordered Final Fantasy 15.
That's my fault.
Mine too.
I pre-ordered Final Fantasy 15 for $60. I also bought the season pass.
For $30?
$25.
$25.
That puts me at a cost of
$85.
Then they announced the Royal Edition on PC for $50. All DLC, plus all the new content in the Royal Edition, plus mod support and 4K textures. In order to get the content in the Royal Pack on like PS4, it's another $15.
That is
pushing me over $100. This isn't even considering the fact that we're getting new DLC in the years to come. And that's what's bringing me to the new subject. You hear a lot of game critics and game reviewers talking about games as a service. EA,
God.
Activision,
Ubisoft.
and Ubisoft are all known for trying to do this. However,
Well, then
the
again,
first
Ubisoft
company
is
to
EA.
actually officially do it, most likely, is probably going to be Square Enix. Every year we get more and more content for Final Fantasy 15. There's talks of a second season pass. If this ain't games as a service, I don't know what the fuck is.
Square, one little side note, if you do this to Kingdom Hearts 3, you will never recover from it, ever. Like, if you try this shit with KH3...
And I hate the fact that I love it. I love the content they're putting out, but it's terrifying what's happening.
It's a money machine.
Yeah.
It's literally, like, Square is printing money.
It's not as bad as, like, you know, the annual Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Oh, Christ. Hey, by the way, shout out to Activision for not understanding why people play Black Ops.
Oh, man. We'll get back to that one in a few.
Fuck you too, Treyarch.
Here's something I actually was very happy about. Shadow Colossus HD.
Yes. Team
Instead
Ico is
of-
amazing.
Instead of just being a simple port without changing barely anything, what they did is they actually fixed the cryptic PS2 controls.
Okay, if we're going to talk about this, we got to touch on The Last Guardian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last Guardian, it was decent, but the problem is
Speaking of overhyped.
overhyped and didn't live up to the dream.
Yeah, for a game that, God, how it almost pulled a Final Fantasy Versus 13 with as long as they've been promising that game. Like, I don't understand what happened. I mean, I guess maybe budgetary concerns or something happened, or they want to wait for the new hardware. By the way, another side little note, CDPR, I love you. please. Release release Cyberpunk on current hardware. I don't want to have to keep buying new fucking shit to play your games. They're amazing, and you know I'm going to if I have to, because I'm a little CDPR bitch. But please, I am begging you from the bottom of my scrotum sack in between my legs, do not make me wait another 10 years for a fucking video game, and this goes to Square Enix as well, because I will cry in the middle of your office. I will leave puddles of tears everywhere. You'll never be able to clean it up.
While we're on the topic of Square Enix, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay, CyberConnect. Jordan, do you want to take this one?
CyberConnect.
Why?
Why?
That's all that needs said.
Like, I like your work, CyberConnect. I like your work in God Hack series. I like it in mainly GU series. I like it in the Storm series. JoJo was questionable for me, especially Eyes of Heaven. But I don't think that wasn't your best work, CyberConnect. That's not your best work, especially when they got rid of all your stuff.
No.
If anything, I think Square picked the wrong company for them to be able to do this.
And CyberConnect, I don't want you to take it personally. Okay? At least it wasn't Mighty Number 9.
Oh yeah, at least it wasn't mine over there.
You'll come out.
Your stuff looked good, mind you. Your stuff looked good, CyberConnect, but I'm not gonna lie, making Square Enix tier games is not your strong suit.
Yeah.
It's a good. It was a good try. I'm not gonna lie. I like what I saw, but
Yeah, all of us got hyped up when we saw the preview.
it's not you guys.
No.
It's Square.
Square is
running with their tail between their legs, but they better get their ass.
Did Dragon Quest come out this year?
Yeah, Dragon Quest is coming out this year.
Alright, that's good.
Switch version's coming out next year. No
Secret
3DS.
of Mana. What's everyone's fault?
Okay,
thoughts on that?
so we're all going to be split on this one. I loved it. I hated the character design. I thought everyone having floppy hair was retarded. This game on the SNES is one of my favorite games of all time. It's what
I thought it was alright.
It's what encouraged me to start writing. This game has a very, very special place in my heart, and I love the Seiken Densetsu in general. This thing was amazing.
I think, here's the thing.
The Unity fuck-ups.
The remake of Secret of Mana is good because of the fact that it fleshes out the story a hell of a lot better than the original did. However, the issue is the strayed away from the original's art style and music.
Meanwhile, my feelings on the remake was I thought it was pretty good. It was my first time actually playing Secret of Mana series. Graphical wise, I didn't really care for the graphics. I also played the SNES version too. Didn't really care for it. What I really didn't care for was the mouse not moving during cutscenes. I mean, this isn't the PS2 game, PS2 era. We can't be having that. And
yeah, I mean,
I also love the fleshed out story. Fleshed out story, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I love that I was able to play it with my friends like I could on the SNES version, because after playing this version, I started playing it on my Super NES Classic after I got it shortly after. Good game. Loved it like no tomorrow. Made me interested in Adventure on Mana, so I'll probably end up getting that on my Vita TV soon. While we're on the subject of good games, how about that Wonder Boy?
Okay, well, both these guys are on phones. I'm going to tell you some other stuff on my mind about Square Enix and the kind of stuff. You know, we're going to screw that. We're going to jump right into Shin Megami Tensei and the new games that are coming out this year. We're going to touch briefly on Persona 5, which for me was fantastic, but wasn't as great as Persona 3. You guys can all look at me weird when I say that, with their edgy characters and stuff like that, but there's something about Persona 3 that actually really resonated with me as a person, especially at the time I played it, when I was just getting out on my own, and there was a lot of things about that game that I just greatly enjoyed as a PS2 fan as well, which obviously was a great system at the time. And I recently just got into Shin Megami Tensei Apocalypse and a few of the games on 3DS, which were fantastic. And of course, another SMT just came out on 3DS next, which is Redux. So we have all these great games coming out as well. And Rob, would you like to weigh in on your thoughts of SMT?
SMT, we need a lot more core SMT.
Yeah,
because we get a lot of hype from Persona, but people sit here and bitch and complain because SMT players and fans tend to rub off as elitists on shit, but it's just what happens when you're in a niche interest.
Despite the fact that it became an MMO.
I would talk about Metal Gear Don't Survive, or Can't Survive.
Okay, let me sum up. I think me and Jordan here can sum up Metal Gear in a couple words. Jordan, would you like to sum up Metal Gear Survive for us?
Nah, it doesn't deserve my words.
We're just going to go down with Konami bullshit and keep going.
Talk about Data Boy.
Alright, let's talk about God of War. By the way, a special shout out to Mr. Mr. Cross/Democracy, and yes, I am going to push his channel because he's an amazing fucking dude. Go check him out, Democracy at Twitch.
I give it an 8.75 out of 10.
God of War, from what I've seen, what I've been able to experience of the game so far, I'm going to go a little higher than Robert, give it a 9. It's a great God of War. They changed the voice actors for Kratos, which, honestly, I couldn't even tell.
They also hired a new stuntman to do motion capture.
Yeah, they did.
Here's my reasoning behind not giving it a full 9. I love new character writing. I love how character Kratos has progressed. I love Boy. No, I'm not calling him by his fucking name. His name is Boy.
His name was Atreus, but go on. Which sounds way too close to the lead guy from from Neverending Story.
Okay,
but go on.
What we've seen. However, regular bosses and the enemy design needs work. The world building, that's the main two things they had a little bit of an issue on. Everything else is really good. They fucking really cut down on the fucking quick time event. They cut down on that shit and really completely redeveloped the kind of gameplay God of War had.
Gets a 9 out of 10 out of for me. You'll get a 10 out of 10 as soon as I finish it.
That first boss, when Baldur comes knocking on your door, is one of the coolest fucking things I have ever been witness to.
Also, I am scared for Arc System. They're releasing progressively simpler and simpler fighting games.
Oh, by the way, Robert, you forgot to mention how cool the Valkyries were in fucking God of War.
The last Arc System game I'll talk about right now, last Blue Cross Tag Battle.
No, you mean Persona 4 Cross Tag Battle.
You mean Ruby Cross Tag Battle.
This face means I'm serious.
So does this.
Fucking.
Here's my serious face.
They need to add that complexity back. They need to remember their roots.
They're trying to grab in the Ruby
Although,
fans.
I will say, the one thing I do like that they're doing is putting OG Guilty Gear on PS4.
Yep. Oh, they're putting OG Guilty Gear on Switch as well, which is hilarious.
I need those bugs to stay in the game.
Same here.
I need it. I need my infinite uppercut.
Oh my god.
You know, we'll stay there.
Please, for the love of all that is soul.
Okay, I'm going to touch on something here I never thought I'd touch on, and Jordan here will appreciate it. I want to touch on Breath of the Wild. And Jordan, as far as the hype for the game goes, do you think it was deserved?
I think it was well deserved. but I felt it was too overly hyped.
Yeah.
It deserves the hype, but not a lot of it.
It deserves the ratings.
Yeah, it deserves the ratings despite some hiccups here and there. Every game has hiccups here and there, yet people are willing to give them like 9 and 10 out of 10s. When I excuse them, Breath of the Wild is
an 8.
You know, I call it a 9.
You call it 9?
I wouldn't call it 10 out of 10, but I call it a 9.
I call it an 8.5, Rob.
Especially when it comes to Skyrim, they're like, oh, these bugs inside this game
9.
or these glitches.
9.
They're
I
all
would say
features.
it's the best Zelda in recent years.
Now,
by far.
Better than Ocarina of Time, unpopular opinion. I don't really care for Ocarina of Time.
Now, I'm going to get that popular opinion of giving it the lowest of the group. Before somebody tries to Jim Sterling me, there's particular reasons for me on a story basis about things in the game that did not make sense with the Zelda mythology, and we're not going to go into too much. Let's just say making the Master Sword abundantly pointless to beat the game is fucking dumb. And I know you're going to disagree with me about that, but I don't care.
I beat the game without the Master Sword.
I know, that's my point. You shouldn't be able to.
Oh, well, you can't.
That's the thing. Yeah. Goes against the entirety of most of the mythology. That being said...
You get a bad ending for not doing that.
I know. You can still do it, is my point. Ganon shouldn't do it.
At least, it gives people the possibilities of doing it, so...
Yeah. I mean, there's dude that runs... There are people that can speedrun the games in, like, so fucking fast now.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Soul Calibur 6.
Woo! I'm excited for that game.
Taki is back, bitches.
Geralt is going to make that game broken as fuck.
My 3 mains are back.
The question is...
Nightmare back? Of course he is.
Is he going to be worse than Ezio?
No.
Okay, no. Nobody's worse than fucking Ezio.
The team who are behind Soul Calibur is a different branch from the Tekken team, so we know they're going to put some love into it, especially after Soul Calibur 5.
I'm very hyped.
They have Ivy in there. They have Taki. They have my Keelik. I'm completely fine. And my Yoshimitsu. That's all I need. Yoshimitsu is badass. I like him better in Soul Calibur than I do in Tekken, to be honest. I just feel he fits more in Tekken. I mean, he fits more in Soul Calibur series than he does in Tekken. Granted, he's not a guest character because he's part of a clan.
And Geralt will be my main just because I love the Witcher series and I like signing people. Robert?
Now, one more anime we're going to talk about.
Bounce.
Steins Gate Zero. Woo. Did someone say faithful adaptation that keeps the quality there?
I don't know, Robert. Did you see those freaking shaman girls walking around?
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
I said we should have come soon.
That's what she said. Anyway.
Are you my host boyfriend?
Hey boy, what's up?
Okay.
Greatest English ever.
Every aspect so far I have loved.
Except when you couldn't stop bitching about that.
Okay, I was only bitching because they went from saying Japanese shaman girls in the VN to just shaman girls.
At least we got a holy cow out of it.
Holy cow.
And the darkness on that face.
Oh yeah.
The absolute look of despair.
So, Steins Gate Zero, for all you guys don't really realize this, especially if you're first-time Steins Gate fans, it's Robert despises.
It's not a prequel. It's not a sequel.
It's an interquel.
And it's absolutely fucking necessary, you fucking swine.
Now, a lot of people are saying it's a what if this thing happened.
No.
Technically,
this happened.
no.
This has to happen.
It happened to make the true ending of Steins Gate happen.
And
So
just to let you know, every corner is the absolute extreme in foreshadowing.
now, people should probably also know that this VN has been on PS4 for a while, so you should definitely go pick it up and support that company.
It's also on Steam now.
Oh, don't forget about the making Steins Gate Elite on PS4 and Switch.
Yep, and PC.
Nope, getting it.
And PC.
Yep, getting it. I don't care what you say, boy.
PS4, PC, and Switch.
Boy.
The cut out content.
So I'm gonna touch on this.
So what?
I'm gonna touch on this
So
really
read it.
fast, Rob, and Jordan can jump on this bandwagon of fucking bullshit if he wants to. Let's talk about Xbox exclusives.
Let's not.
Hey, looks around room. Where are those at?
Hey, no, let's talk about let's.
Well, hold on, let me finish this up. So you cancel one of the best exclusives you possibly could have had in Scalebound. So congratulations for being retarded. And then you fuck up, and you still haven't released Crackdown 2 yet, and it's been in development since I don't know Robert grew pubic hair.
3.
So.
It's 3.
And then
3.
you fucked up State of Decay so hard that even my ex-girlfriend would probably roll around her bed and wanting to kill herself because of how shitty that game is.
Hey, Xbox One X has the best hardware in the market, therefore it's the best console.
Yeah. But no games. No games. Garbage.
Outside of PC, that's gotta go
Yeah,
to
wasted
PS4 and
potential
Switch.
is what I call that.
Oh, cool. Steamroll dick. But yeah, fuck it. So Xbox, if you don't like, there's been rumors that Xbox is just going to be pulling out of the console market. I honestly think the 360 was a fantastic system. I loved it to death.
Do one of those again.
Yeah, do one of those again. Make it so I like being a gamer for all
The
companies.
thing that Microsoft needs to understand, the incentive behind buying a console,
Is its games.
yes. The incentive behind buying a specific console is so that you can play games that are only there.
Also, really, Microsoft? Windows 10 was one of your selling points? Why? As an IT, I'm just going to tell you right now, Windows 10 is garbage. It has some of the
And what
worst
they did with
coding I've ever
Windows
seen.
Store, with the games that are exclusive in the Windows Store is atrocious. You know, the fucking hardware-software lock shit, where basically the only way you're playing a game, if you bought it on Windows Store, is if you have an absolute fucking monster of a rig.
Yeah, because you can barely change anything. So, anybody want to talk about Gears of War? Anybody? Nobody? Okay.
I'm
love the
hoping,
series.
I do too.
I just hope it's not going to be at E3 this year. I don't want them rushing it.
Yeah.
Microsoft, look, I want to love your consoles again. I do. I'm going to say that right now. Besides the bullshit of you fucking locking Tales of Vesperia to 360,
Oh god, yes.
Boy.
I'm fine with you. The 360 was the system I played more than the PS3. Yeah, I said it. But then, then Tales of Zillia came out, and I completely forgot your system existed.
What happened at CES? I don't remember everything from CES this year.
CVS, yeah, it's a pharmacy. You go in, you get medication.
CES.
You talking about the other electronic show?
Get rid of fucking thing.
There's a bunch of things that happened. Okay, can we just talk about Apple for 1 second? Just 1 second.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know that Steve Jobs didn't like video games?
Yeah.
Fucking Carmack came out and said it.
Shout out to GamerRanks for posting that on everybody's asshole.
Yeah.
No, Apple, stop.
Oh yeah, Apple also fucking blocked the Steam Link app.
Yep. Yes, they did. That's why I said stop. Every time I look at the stuff that happens in CES, I'm always wondering if
That
the
reminds me, fucking Razer is making a gaming MacBook.
Yeah, they also made that stupid monstrosity last year with the triple fucking monitor laptop.
They're making a gaming MacBook that's using a Thunderbolt external GPU. It sounds so roundabout that I'm just like...
Yeah, they were in every erection I ever had. Anyway.
Not the worst thing I've seen. One of the worst things I've seen was what Nvidia did. The Battle Box. It was marketed towards CSGO and Overwatch players. Let me
Okay.
get into something with you guys.
No, hold on.
okay?
Stop for 1 second. If you're playing CS:GO, you're probably not playing Overwatch.
No. Let me explain something to you about esports. 9 times out of 10, an esports game is not hardware intensive.
Looking at you, Dota.
You can run any of those games with like a 1060 or a 1070, max graphics, max
Dude,
resolution.
you can run those games with a 780 Ti.
Running those things on a fucking 1080 Ti with an i9 is not going to get you any better than anything else. You're just going. It's not going to make you any better at the game.
Also, i9s are pieces of shit. Don't buy them.
Yeah, they're unoptimized as fuck. Save it for i7 7700K. But here's the problem. Hardware isn't going to make you better at the game. The only thing that's going to make you faster is having better internet.
Or you can just do what that dude in Splatoon 2 did and made guns that shoot so fast they... Jordan, you want to take this one? About Splatoon 2 hacking?
Oh yeah, Splatoon 2 hacking. Yeah, beautiful. Kind of takes out the immersion of playing the games sometimes because you like hacking it and stuff because they suck ass at games.
Yes.
I mean, I understand you want to get good at the game, but do what everyone else does and get good at the game.
Alright, before Robert jumps down somebody else's subject here. Dark Souls Remastered.
Broken already.
No, not yet. Not yet. Well, let me just...
No, it's broken. Dude, you get the backstab bug?
Yeah.
It's in it.
Oh my god. I didn't even get that far yet.
Yeah.
I don't use rogues anyway. I
The
use
backstab
knights.
bug that was in the fucking multiplayer's still in it. Just as bad.
Okay, from I Love You. I want to explain to you, I would have children with you. But when it comes to Dark Souls Remastered, I'm sorry. I would have to use the largest condom in the world. You fucked up. I love Dark Souls. And I love the remastered version if you just would have taken the time to fix the motherfucking bugs that were present in the original release. There's a reason why my boy made DS Fix for you, okay?
Oh, that's the thing. That's another thing. DS Fix looks better than Dark Souls Remastered.
Yes and no. There's some things about it does, because mostly it was a lighting enhancement, but it wasn't a graphical enhancement. Though, to be fair, Dark Souls Remastered's graphical enhancement is minimal.
Well, I mean, all he did is copy and paste the textures from Dark Souls 3 over it.
Yeah.
But, so how about the fact that Elon Musk, however you want to sell it, thinks we're gonna get the fucking Mars, start colonizing it within the next 100
I think Mr. Musk has been playing too much Mass Effect. Not Andromeda, though. Not Andromeda. Not even he's that tasteless.
But fucking...
Did you say something to that, Jordan? Yeah, I laughed.
Now, if certain things happen, I can totally see it. Cough, cough, research I'm doing, cough, cough. But, no, Elon Musk is a special kind of crazy. The kind of crazy I love. He's running a company that is making... His company is a fucking marvel of economics because he's hemorrhaging so much money, but doing so much. And no one even seems to care. He's just fucking money everywhere. It's amazing. Also, it's cute how Boeing thinks they can compete with fucking SpaceX.
Oh, you heard about that bullshit?
Yeah. It's also funny how Intel and AMD fucking revealed that they had a chipset bug around the same time. Had to fucking decrease their chip efficiency by like a fucking third at most. But here's a prediction of mine, okay? Quantum CPUs could be down to the consumer level in 5 years. And let me explain to you why.
Okay, stop. Because nobody's going to be able to afford them. And
No, they will. They will be.
Robert, do you remember when VCRs came out and when DVD players came out, when Blu-ray players came out? They were like $500.
Let me explain. Well, dude, some CPUs are $450. Here's the thing. That's just regular CPUs. I'm going to explain to you why quantum CPUs will be within your hands in 5 years.
You sound like you're working for Microsoft. Calm down.
I'm not working for Microsoft, I swear. But now here's the thing. Right now, quantum CPUs in the max, like in supercomputers around the world, I believe the maximum last time I checked was 84 qubits. Scientists between Japan and Silicon Valley are working on getting up to millions of qubits. They've already found out methods that could entangle up to... They already entangled millions of particles at the same time. They're already working on a method that could use 1 million qubits. If they get a million qubit supercomputer, that's going to drive the cost of these 84 qubits, even 10 qubit processors down to the consumer level.
You realize that you're basically quoting what they said in the TV series Eureka, and if that actually happens, I'm going to be terrified.
Now here's the thing. Yeah, you should be terrified, because what's going to happen if consumers all over the world have quantum CPUs? International security on the internet is going to flop. The amount of computing power everyone's going to have in their hands is going to be insane. This is why, actually, quantum encryption is actually actively becoming a research, because that's the reason why quantum internet is slowly becoming a thing is because they need to encrypt everything. And what's going to happen is passwords aren't going to be where you're going to type a few letters and a few numbers. Basically what's going to happen in the future once we get into quantum computing is that you're going to have an infinitely generating key. A key that continues generating itself through your quantum CPU so that quantum CPUs cannot decipher them. It's going to be mind-boggling the kind of algorithms we're going to see once quantum CPUs become the absolute norm. And hopefully, this means Linux can get their asses in gear. The reason why Linux did not beat out Windows and Apple is because of the fact they didn't have a good marketing division. It was entirely marketing. And speaking of stupid freak processing bullshit, Bitcoin sure was a thing this past year, wasn't it?
Oh boy, God, here we go.
Fucking, I remember watching that shit go from a few $100s to 20,000. I like
now
the idea.
Nobody talks about it.
I like the idea, but here's the thing. I hate all you fucking miners who are buying out all these fucking GPUs.
Yeah, you guys can eat my asshole, seriously.
Fucking driving a fucking 1080 Ti from like $800 to $1,200, eat my dick.
Damn.
Fucking, that shit's
words
bullshit.
right there.
Now here's something that'll surprise y'all if you know anything about emulators.
Y'all.
Yes, one of the only consoles to not be emulated is the original Xbox. At least efficiently. We had like a game at a time get emulated. But we've actually, like, the same project that's been going since the start. It's been passed along generation to generation. Yeah, I'm saying that now.
Hold up. You say emulation. What about Sega Saturn?
I'll get there.
Saturn actually has been emulated, just not well.
CXVX actually made some progress. I mean, it's really fucking weird the kind of progress it has, but it's made progress. Play Jet Set Radio, 60 frames per second, 4K right now in CXVX. Can't play very many other games, but you can play that game.
I want to play my mech driving game where I need the giant fucking joystick.
It's amazing that we're finally getting somewhere, and I'm actually going to hold this up to... This is one thing I will give Microsoft. Since they are, over time, doing the reverse compatibility for original Xbox, game by game, some programmers are figuring that shit out from them doing that.
They still haven't fixed Fatal Frame yet.
So, I think over time, as Microsoft puts more games on the reverse compatibility on Xbone, I think we're going to get more and more in CXVX. So I just keep an eye on that. But Sega Saturn's another one that I think you guys should really... And Sega in general has a pretty good setup for
Yo,
emulation.
fucking Kuza. Go on.
However, those are not the guys we need to be looking at in the emulation scene right now.
You know, when they can barely make their own classic system.
RCPS3 and Citra are on fucking fire. For those that don't know, RCPS3 is made from the same people who made PCX2, the top PS2 emulator. RCPSX3, it's a tongue twister, but PS3 emulator is actually running a lot of PS3 games in 4K, 60 frames per second. We got Demon Souls, Skate 3, I think a couple of Tekkens. And they also have Asura's Wrath now, Drakengard.
That was an opinion. We have them.
There's a lot of games on RCPS3, and it's an ever-expanding library. They're actually getting to the point to where it's an actual option for a good amount of the library, at least. Then Citra. Citra is even better.
Yeah.
I think the lowest I've seen a game run on there is 25 frames per second now, and that's just some of
still
the
has games that can't
really
run at
pushy
all.
games.
Like, there's a couple games that won't run at all.
Well, yeah. Well, some of the more intensive games run. I've run quite a few games on there, and they're always at 60 frames per second. I'm running on a shitty CPU. I've got a fucking FX Series 6300 in my phone. Yeah, I'm bottlenecking like fuck. But even that is running Citra amazingly. So that emulator has come leaps and bounds. And actually, I think PS Vita emulator is right around the corner if what I think about Sony actually does happen. So I'm getting that soon enough. I guess I'll hold off on the science shit for another podcast. Let's talk E3.
Jordan, you're up. What are you looking forward to at E3?
What I'm looking forward to a lot of things. What I'm looking forward to out of E3, besides that, Smash.
Yeah.
Because everyone's looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, New Avengers.
That new Avengers game that was teased a while back. I'm looking forward to what's that game called? Cold Steel 3, hopefully. But
Okay.
I don't want to be a whiny fanboy and be like, "Where's the dad? I need it now." Because I'm not gonna do that.
Nice.
But when they're ready, they're ready. This is how they work.
I was actually a little mad about some shit with E3. Like, for example, Battlefield 5 is not what I wanted. I wanted Bad Company,
Everybody did.
and people leaked fake rumors about it, and it wasn't Bad Company. I was salty. Battlefield 5 has issues. I'll see what it looks like over time, but I'm probably not gonna like it too much because at this point, Battlefield is an annual game, and it's borderlining games as a service, in
At
my
least
opinion.
it's not Black Ops.
Yeah, Black Ops 4, you're selling out at this point, Activision.
Treyarch.
Actually, you have to watch it with Treyarch and Activision on that shit, because EA and Activision are companies that are known to fuck over the developers at such a point that where basically they need specific systems in the games. I mean, look at what fucking happened with Dead Space 3.
Look at what happened with fucking the Star Wars fucking
Yeah.
movie.
Yep. That's getting abandoned. Oh, Sid Alpha, thank you for covering that.
It's hilarious because EA's basically said we don't give a fuck. We're just gonna keep doing loot boxes anyway. Thanks a lot, boys.
I don't have a lot to look forward from EA, but I'm definitely gonna make fun of them. Definitely. Ubisoft, we're definitely gonna have fun with.
Oh god, I just can't wait to see Aisha Tyler on stage again, destroying my life. Because she wasn't even there last year, and I was actually happy. People think she's hilarious. I think she's
Hopefully,
just droll.
Devolver Digital's best in show again.
Devolver was fucking hilarious last year. Just spitting on everything that the fucking gaming community stands for was hilarious.
That shit was amazing. Here's some predictions. Actually, at first, my prediction was that Borderlands 3 was going to show up at E3 because of Rage 2 and Gearbox being a bunch of liars. But I don't know, because it sounds like they might be postponing it and seeing how Rage 2 does in general, so we'll wait and see. Do you think Sean Murray, the guy that made No Man's Sky, is going to show back up?
Oh,
I hope so. I want to see how that dynamic goes. After pissing everyone off about No Man's Sky not being what was promised, and then now it is what was promised and more.
I have no problem with No Man's Sky now. I was a huge hype train faggot, so...
Oh yeah, by the way, a lot of those leaked E3 shit, ignore those.
Oh, wait.
A lot of people are lying out their asses off.
Anyway, but yeah, I was like a huge No Man's Sky person, and I even played it as it was when it came out and got half the trophies for the game. Then again, I also thought Subnautica was amazing, and now Subnautica's turned out amazing, which is just No Man's Sky underwater. Except, good. But No Man's Sky is finally delivered on their promise. I just hope it doesn't go too multiplayer, because I still like single-player experiences, despite the fact that a certain CEO a little bit ago said that single-player experiences are dying.
Oh, man.
There's a bunch of companies like to have a word with you, stupid ass. God of War sold buckets. Dot Hack, the new quadrology, sold buckets. Freaking, even No Man's Sky's crappy game sold buckets. And Persona 5? Dude.
Two rumors from Bethesda that are kind of irking me are
Space Time
HD
Yeah.
and that Fallout 3 Anthology. Either of those will piss me off, because it took me years to perfect my mod configuration. If they release something now, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm just waiting for the 90th. I'm waiting for like 20 years from now from the release Skyrim again. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Todd Howard to come up and goes, guess what, guys? We did it again.
I also think it's funny how Beyond Skyrim is doing way more work on the eligible series than what fucking Bethesda is.
You talking about Bruma?
No, it's not. Dude, it's way beyond Bruma now.
Oh my god.
Dude, they're like doing like half of Tamriel at this point.
That's awesome. Yeah, I thought Beyond Skyrim actually they dropped it, but I guess they're still...
they're doing a huge amount of shit. The only project that got dropped was that Fallout 3 and Fallout 4's engine, because Bethesda pushed them to drop it.
Yeah. By the way, Bethesda, how's that whole paid mods working thing for you? I'm doing good? What? Oh, I can't hear you over the silence.
I love how you have mods remove paid mods.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to wonder about these companies and go, do you even understand who plays your video games?
Well, here's what I really hope from E3. A couple things. Sony needs new IPs. We need fresh IPs because we fresh milked a lot of the shit for the past 2 years.
Hold up. hold up. We're going to talk about Robot Dinosaurs then for a second. Because if that sequel comes out, you bet your ass I'm on fucking board.
Oh yeah. But that's what I'm saying. They need something new. They need new shit because past 2 E3s, we've used all that shit up. Everything's out. Everything's been used. We need all new. Xbox, get your shit together.
Yeah, no kidding. You've made me hate you, Microsoft.
If I have an incentive to buy an Xbox, I'll buy an Xbox. But you have to give me a reason. There needs to be a reason.
Alright, let's
beyond consumer loyalty.
Yeah, no kidding. That's why I have people wanting bought the damn system. Let's do some final thoughts really quick, Rob, because it's getting late as fuck. Alright, Jordan, final thoughts.
I think we did good today for our first podcast.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Granted, I didn't talk very much while I was kind of just chilling playing the game, but hey man, we did good.
Yeah, we did good. Next time we're going to be on here, we're going to be talking E3 further on, because we're going to be covering that every day.
We're also very new at this, so don't jump down our throats immediately. We're going to get better and better as this goes on.
Yep.
A little more professional.
Oh yeah, beyond this, a more formal introduction about what we're doing. We're not only going to be doing podcasts, we're going to be doing skits, let's plays, and all kinds of different content for the channel. And we'll actually be throwing content from some of the other stuff, like I have my own separate channel, One Mad Scientist, on YouTube. So you can check that stuff out, but I'm also importing that in. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to come here in the coming future.
And I'm Skydragon Gaming on Twitch. But yeah,
So,
I think that's it for right now, and
hope you guys all have a good night, good week.
Yeah, they'll be there. It's not right now.
Things will be there. And yeah, that's the podcast. Later. Hello, Robert here from B-Class Heroes. I'd like to thank you all for listening or watching my podcast. And if you liked it, you watched it on YouTube, I'd like you to like, comment, and subscribe, and give us your opinion on our subjects, and see where we can improve and do new stuff in the future. Once again, thank you for watching our video, or audio, whatever, our podcast, and we look forward to bringing more stuff to you soon. So thank you guys. You guys have a good weekend.